Okay, I think we're all good. Boys, I am back and it feels so great to be back. Just checking that everything's working, everything's good. It has been a while since I recorded a video, but thank you guys so much for joining me. And today we're going to talk about a very, very important topic, which doesn't often get talked about. People talk about Minoxidil and they talk about how that is, if it works, if it doesn't work, the cost, how to apply it. But people don't often talk about what happens once it is finished. And I think that is just as important, because if you lose all of your gains, what is going to be the worth of any of that process, all of that money, all of that struggle? So that is something that I'm going to talk about today with you guys. Just really quickly before we get into the video, please consider subscribing, following me on Instagram. It helps a lot, especially for a page the size of mine. And today I'm very excited to announce the first sponsor this channel has ever had. So we're just going to get into that really quickly. Guys, I remember when I was younger, I've always looked forward to having one of these 3D shavers. They always look so fancy. And this one that Tozyro has sent over to me is just that. It's fantastic. So the product that I received is the 2-in-1 3D men's electric rotary shaver. So this is actually the top product that they have on their website, and it's got this rotating heads that can adapt to the contours of the face, which of course helps you to minimize the nicks and the cuts that men so often get when they're shaving. Not only do these feel fantastic, but they also look so modern. They've got a pop-up trimmer. They feel amazing against the skin, especially for the price that you're getting these for as well, guys. It is totally worth it. It's also easy to clean. It's very low noise, but still very strong in terms of its power. And it's got 54 self-sharpening blades. This is what I mean, but it's got some mad crazy technology, especially for the price that you're getting it for. So whether you have a beard right now or you're just trimming your stubble, or whatever that may be, if you want to get that close, accurate beard trim, make sure that you check over Tozyro's website. I'm going to leave it in the description below, so that you guys can go ahead and see not only this product, but the other ranges that they have to offer. Because if you're going to get into beard care, we have to get into stuff like this as well. So thank you, Tozyro, for sponsoring today's video. Okay, so around 1 year ago, I stopped taking Minoxidil. I just stopped because the supply ran out. I was just like, okay, it's been like a year and a half, 18 months maybe. So it was around at that range, slightly over a year and a half. And I said, if it doesn't work now, it's never going to work. The research that I saw, it said that, you know, you want to go at least like 9 to 12 months and at most 2 to maybe even 2.5 years. And I was just like, okay, I'm just done. You know, using Minoxidil is a lot of effort. Obviously it costs money, but also having to apply it and then not touch the face and having to incorporate that into the routine. Especially because right before I stopped taking it, I had really long hair, so then I had to tie it out, and it was just a whole bunch of a mess. It wasn't until this picture was taken that I realized, oh crap, I've actually got a beard now. Now, it took me a while to realize. The only reason why I had realized is just because sometimes you forget to shave, right? And sometimes you grow a bit of a stubble, and I was just like, wait, it's actually connecting. And so I was really excited at that time to find out that I could grow a beard. And so, you know, I went on a holiday in which for the first time ever, I debuted my beard. I'm making it sound like a song or something, but no, it was just my beard. Something which I know that so many of you and so many men in general are so excited to have. I mean, imagine your beard growing out of nowhere. That's what so many people told me. They were like, did you get a beard transplant in Turkey or something? And no, it was just Minoxidil. So we answer that question, does Minoxidil work? Yes, it does. Guys, I've done a lot of videos covering Minoxidil. I did some videos covering the progress that I had within the however many months I took it. And I did some videos talking about how to actually apply it. So if you want to find out some different aspects of Minoxidil, I'm going to leave those in the description below so that you can access those and make a full informed choice of whether you want to take it or not, or what you want to do. Now, the question following on from that, which to me is just as important, was, will this stay? Will this progress stay? Will the gain stay? Or am I going to have to just do this over and over again? Am I going to have to like microdose, put little bits of it so the process is kind of like phased out? So I wanted to know what would be the best way of going about this. And I couldn't find much information on it either. So I knew that whatever happened, I said on my channel before that I would update you guys, and here I am 1 year later, actually giving it some time to settle and seeing what happens. Now, even though I did get a beard, as you can see, it's not a thick full beard, and I've recently trimmed it to a stubble. My girlfriend told me to do that. So maybe you can't tell much from this, whether it's gone or whether it stayed. And I knew that 3 things was gonna happen. Firstly, either due to my age, I'm 20 now, I was like 19, turning 20 at the time. I knew that it was going to get more, right? So there was a chance of the beard density increasing because of my age, because obviously I'm getting at that age now where the beard does come through more. That was the first option. The second option is the middle point, right? Because that could happen, a little bit of that, and at the same time the gains could have gone away because I stopped taking minoxidil, so it would have stayed the same, or nothing happened on either side. Okay, so each one of those two would have meant that my beard would have stayed the same. And thirdly, it would have gone away, which was the one that I was dreading, right? Because I wouldn't have been taking minoxidil anymore, so the gains were just simply going to go away, which was terrifying to think about. Now, I'm happily to report that the third one didn't happen. And also, the first one didn't happen either. So looking at pictures from before, to me, it looks the same. It finally feels like it's summer out here. Look at these beautiful plants. I don't know what they're called. There might be a little bit of change in some areas, some more hair starting to grow in different areas, and maybe by the angle of the picture and the lighting, it might seem like there was a big difference, but in fact, I don't think that there was a big difference. Now, going back to the point that I mentioned earlier, this could be for two different reasons. So I want you to bear those two in mind, you know, whether you want to buy minoxidil or whether you just want to know, whatever you're curious. First of all, I would like to say that it is different for everyone, okay? So some people might completely lose all of their gains. Well, I don't think that would happen. And I think that that is actually very, very rare to happen, but it's something that you need to bear in mind anyway, because obviously different things happen for different people. So for me, what could have happened is one of two things. The first one is simply that nothing changed. Me not taking minoxidils anymore didn't change. The hairs that already grew there, they just stayed, okay? So that would have been one option. And my facial hair just didn't grow that much. You know, throughout my life, I've never really seen a massive difference in facial hair growth. Like, it's been very rare which I've seen like a big difference, and the only time that I did was through minoxidil. So that's probably what happened. The second option, which is much more interesting, I guess, but it's also scarier, is the fact that both of them happened. So I had more facial hair growing in my beard because of the fact that I am 20 and that I have been 20, and at the same time, not taking minoxidil meant that some of those beard hairs went away, which created a balancing effect. Now, it sounds goofy just saying it, but it is a possibility to bear in mind, though I think this one is much more unlikely. And to be honest, this is what I kind of expected as well. I thought that there might be some differences, but very minor differences. I mean, you guys be the judge of that as well. You know, I'm going to post some pictures right now. You write in the comments below whether you think that there was a difference or there wasn't, okay? So you guys can be the judge of that. Hopefully I've clarified this to you guys a little bit better. Feel free to leave any comments below or to DM me on Instagram whenever you want, and maybe I can help you guys out a little bit more. I know that there aren't too many videos out there aren't too many articles just talking about this, so I just wanted to share with you guys my experience after using minoxidil. I also want to tell you guys a little bit about what I plan to do in the future. I think that I could have gotten some more gains. In hindsight, maybe I could have stayed a little bit longer, but that's okay because it was frustrating to take it every day and it was summer and whatever. So maybe in the future I will get back and I'll do another year's worth just to fill in some of the patches. You know, there is a lot on the chin here that I wish that there was more of, but see, it's not too bad. It's something now, whereas before it was nothing. And you know, I phased it out a little bit, but I'd always forget to, so some days I'd put a little bit in. So in terms of the phasing out, whether I had a phasing out or not, it was very subtle. So I just think it's worth bearing that in mind. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Please consider following me on Instagram, subscribing, ask away any questions that you might have, and thank you for today's sponsorship, which was Joy. So very grateful for them, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. Thank you.